Welcome back to the Daily Wrap, everybody, as we continue with our panel. Heather Hansen, Rick Unger, Katie Kiefer. Reverend Al Sharpton's not with us tonight, but he loves being in the news. But I'm sure he would prefer not to have this story go nationwide. Conservative filmmaker and activist James O'Keefe, he's back. And his team secretly filmed Erica Snipes, daughter of New York City NYPD choking victim Eric Garner, dishing on the Reverend. Let's hear from her.
Who's your father?
Yeah, that was my father. I'm his oldest child.
So what, you think Al Sharpton is kind of like a crook in a sense? Like you think he's like...
It's about this. It's about this.
We should tell you Erica Garner has severed ties with the MSNBC host and frequent White House guest. Why? Because he's only interested in his own personal gains. Listen to what Sharpton's National Action Network demanded Erica to do.
This lady, Cynthia
Davis. She's the chapter out here for the National Action Network.
Cynthia Davis called you and told you, oh, you need to put the logos.
She told me to my face too.
Cynthia Davis is one of Al Sharpton's top lieutenants.
She started attacking me as far as, oh, I seen that you got this flyer out. How come you ain't add the logo?
So they want their logo on your flyers?
On my flyers.
But it's not about them, it's about your dad.
Exactly. Instead of me, he wants his face in front of him. Al
Wants
Sharpton
his group,
paid,
which is
paid
what?
For the funeral. She's trying to make me feel like I'm old.
Ooh, hold on. How come I didn't know this?
Because they need
when I
them
first came
in
out
a way to
promoting
fundraise.
my thing.
But it shouldn't be about money.
Asked me the information. And then
Are you? Welcome to America, sweetheart.
Katie Kiefer, should we be shocked by any of this news?
No, I wasn't at all, because we have a track record of this administration, which had a historic opportunity with a biracial president.
When you say administration,
what do they have to do with it?
Well, this administration has set a tone that it's okay to use race as a division factor.
Seriously?
Or for political, gain, which is what
Seriously?
well, Rick,
Sharpton
before you
does.
jump in, so Al Sharpton does visit the White House a lot, but he's not actually in the administration. But I think he's there so much that the impression is that he is an unofficial member of the White House.
Right. And so when you have Obama going out there and selecting certain crimes to pay attention to, such as Trayvon, calling Trayvon his son, but he doesn't call Erica Garner his daughter. And it's just setting a bad tone. And instead of looking at Sharpton, though, we could look at what MTV recently did. They did a study of the millennial generation, and they asked them what they thought about race. And 73% of them said, quote, never considering race would improve society. That's what they think. And 88% actually oppose affirmative action. So we don't need to be hyperventilating about race. We should look at each other just as people, and we would move forward.
Amen to that. But Rick, you seem to take
except,
issue.
Except none of that was about the issue of race, and none of that was about the White House. That was one of the most amazing stretches I've ever seen to get to Obama. Look, this is sleaze on sleaze crime. Anybody who thinks that Al Sharpton is in this for anything but the money is kidding themselves. And by the way, he was doing it long before any of us ever heard of Barack Obama. That's number one.
But he
number
has power
two,
in the White House.
Number two, yeah, fine. So
Okay,
what?
well,
What's that got to do with this?
Well, you've got to.
What does that have to do with this?
You've got to
You know what?
acknowledge that.
You know his dog's in the White House. Is he relevant to this? What a silly thing to say. I'm sorry. That's just crazy.
Rick. But he was on the White House visitors log
So what?
over 80 times. Why would the president even consort with somebody like this
Why
and
is
ask
that
for
the
his
issue
advice?
we're talking about, unless you're working really hard? And I want to finish my point because I'm not done yet. Anytime you see somebody having to secretly film somebody like that, that's pure sleaze. So that's why I say this is sleaze on sleaze crime. These are two people who deserve each other.
Did you agree that
Mr. O'Keefe and Mr. What?
Did you agree that Mitt Romney shouldn't have been taped then?
Actually, no, because Mitt Romney knows he's going to be taped, or sure as heck should know he's going to be taped. So no,
At a
it's
private
not the
fundraiser?
same. Yes, I mean, come on, you're running for president, you're always going to.
So
be
that
taped.
wasn't sleaze, but this
So
was
actually,
sleaze.
you could argue that as sleaze. Again, I don't know why you feel. All of you seem to feel the need to divert the issue. We're talking here about Al Sharpton.
And
We're not
power.
talking about Barack Obama. We're talking about this family.
Rick,
We're talking about whether or not he's taking money. If he's
But
Rick, let Heather.
you know that his access to power is part of the issue here.
No, it's not.
It is. Of course it is.
Do you know what he does?
How can you say it's not when the consistent word used about Al Sharpton, it's used in that tape, it's used in the lawsuit that was just brought against him and Comcast, is shakedown.
Yeah.
And you can't commit a shakedown
Do you know how long
unless you
Al
have
Sharpton was
access to
committing?
power.
Really?
I'm not saying.
Really?
I'm not. Yeah, of
Do you know
course.
how long Al Sharpton's been doing shakedowns? Answer the question.
We all have. So why does the president still allow him back in the White House?
I agree with you. I don't know why he lets him anywhere near it, but I'm also not going to go there when it has nothing to do with the story. I don't know why the president ever let me in the White House, but it's got nothing to do with the story. He's been doing shakedowns before you ever heard of Barack Obama.
Of course.
And we have
don't
to
do that.
And we have to end it there and shake down this segment. Very good big argument. It was so fun ganging up on Rick, all three of us. Up next is Potluck Time. This is the Daily Wrap on Newsmax TV.